Hey, you saw that hallway shot. The prosecution team was walking down the hallway. Now they're walking into the courtroom. Shannon Smith is at the defense table, getting ready now to hear this second question from the jury. And as soon as they bring Jennifer Crumbley, I can't tell if the defendant is in the courtroom or not. Doesn't look like she's here yet. No, okay, yeah. So the defendant has not been brought into the courtroom as of yet. But again, we're waiting for this second question from the jury. The first one had to do with the law and specifically jury instructions. They have apparently, according to our team there, they were given the option to deliberate over the lunch break, which they have decided to do. And they now are up to 3 hours, 22 minutes. The decision not to start deliberations right after the close, partly made by the judge because of the reality that the courthouse closes at 5 o'clock sharp, apparently, here at this courthouse. It gave jurors a unique scenario of hearing all the evidence, hearing the closings, and then going home for the weekend and sitting with their thoughts. I guess it doesn't really give anybody an advantage. It's just unique.
No, it gives, in my opinion, we're in the post-OJ era where jury sequestration, I've been vocal about this and I've taken some flack from my colleagues. It just doesn't exist. You go home for the weekend, you're on the internet. You're talking to friends and family. They all know you're on the jury. You know you're on the jury, so you're online. You're reading court TV articles, right? And you're developing an opinion. And you're developing an opinion by extraneous sources. And most of these jurors, if not all of them, have children who've gone through the school system, and they've colored an opinion on that. And there are people in that jury, at least one, that probably has a strong opinion on the rights to bear arms, right? So when they all go home for the weekend, they're all gonna sink into their own biases, and they're gonna consume information from the internet about this case and about this topic and about the political ramifications of what they're doing. And they are all well aware that they are testing a novel legal theory that has never been tested before. Everybody's unanimous that this is the first case of its kind. So all of these jurors would have went home for the weekend and they would have sunk into that, and they would have come back on Monday pretty much with their decision. So yeah. I do agree with you, Ted. Yeah, that is non-standard. They did not start talking to one another right away. The judge could have forced them to do it. They would have done it. But these are Oakland County courts, and I mean, you know, it's more of a very conservative style way of running a courtroom, in my opinion.
It appears as though they were handed copies of the question. It looked like a court staff members who went to both defense and prosecution tables, and now they're mulling over. And it looks they're very intent on going through it. The prosecution team discussion, what we assume is the question on that one sheet, and then Shannon Smith holding up the sheet too. Nobody's doing high fives, so it's hard to tell what who you know, is happy with this question or not. Last time it took about 5 to 6 minutes to get Jennifer Crumbley into the courtroom. So let's do this. Let's grab a break now, and then when we come back, we'll find out what question number 2 is from the jury deliberating the fate of Jennifer Crumbley. Stay with us.